It's you talk, baby.
You Talk family, what go on? This your boy D. I wanted to come on and tell you guys thank you to everyone, my whole entire You Talk family that's been supporting me since I started doing this back in 2020. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I appreciate you guys. And a big thank you to everyone that is signed up with your You Talk memberships. Thank you very much. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much. I also wanted to say thank you and shout out to our super producer, the man himself, Mr. King Judge, KJ Production, Mr. Marquise Judge. Thank you, brother. I appreciate everything you do. I love you, brother. You already know. Also, a big thank you and shout out to our super co-host, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. You Talk family, I know y'all appreciate him, and I do as well. Shout out to Mr. Larry Frank Jr. Thank you for all that you do, brother. I love you. Let's get into it, man. Let me tell you about these 3 different memberships that we got going on at You Talk. The first membership is the You Talk Club. And with that membership, you will receive different loyalty badges for every month that you are a member of the You Talk family. The second membership is the You Talk VIP. And with that membership, you will receive 10% off any You Talk branded merchandise or apparel. And you will get different photos and videos whenever we're out and about. We'll be sending you different stuff. And the third membership is the You Talk Box. And with that membership, you will receive exclusive content when we're doing special interviews with special guests. You will have access to those interviews, and you will get 15% off any You Talk branded merchandise or apparel. So those are your 3 memberships. Pick one of the 3, and if you don't, it's still all good. It's all love over here at You Talk, but everybody that's got their memberships, I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much, like I said. So, like I said before, thank you. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting the movement. Everybody stay safe, take care. And y'all know how we start every video and every show that we do. And y'all know how we end every video and every show that we do. It ain't no us without you, baby. And I'm out. We love you guys. Take care. It's You Talk.
It's you talk, baby.
Y'all want to show some love, give some support to my boy Devin, founder of You Talk Nation. Continuous success, brother. And all I gotta say is, it ain't no me without you, baby.
It ain't no me without you, baby.
It ain't no me without you, baby.
Yeah, You Talk, it's the people show. Look, You Talk, let the people know. Look, yeah. This is hurricane season. Only legends come up out there, you like Chris and Teigen. Name a letter better, W, that's what we preaching. Hurricane force winds whenever we breezing. Got rings for a reason. Look, we treat a gator like the swamp people. And Seminoles like the block people. And for my dogs, I will drive people. Just being frank, I got they flank like a cornerback. And I ain't even much a Florida cat. But hurricanes, I know more of that than most. Cause I seen them turn our houses into boats. That's that real talk, baby. I hope you was taking notes. That's the real talk, baby. Elevation coast to coast. Is that You Talk? Yeah.
It's you talk, baby.
Yeah.
It's You Talk, baby.
The #1 podcast.
It's you talk, baby. 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 you talk, baby.
You talk family. You talk family. What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy D, of course. I got my guy, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. with me in the building as always. And y'all know how we start off every show. It ain't no us without you, baby. You talk family, Kane Nation. What's going on? What's going on tonight, man? It's a Monday night. I hope all is well with everyone. Shout out to our super producer, the man himself, Mr. King Production in the building. Always shout out to Mr. King Judge. Shout out to Mr. King Judge, man. Shout out, man. Let's check in on the chat, man, and shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to B Nard in the building, man. Shout out to Lil Hate. Lil Hate in this bar. Shout out to Lil Hate. Lil Hate in here, man. Shout out to Anthony Mazzano, man. That's our family as well, man. Shout out to Anthony Mazzano. South Coast Kane.
Kane in the building.
Is in the building, man. Shout out to South Coast, man. Shout out to our guy. Them Canes Harris is in the building, man.
Canes Harris.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to D. Rafe, Jacksonville, Duval.
Mr.
Harry
Rafer
is in the building, man. Yes, sir. Mr. Rafer is in the building, man. Old heads, definitely that, man.
Yeah.
Definitely that, me dog. And shout out to our guy, man. Shout out to our guy. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to Mr.
Cannon.
Shout out to Mr. Cannon, man. What's up, Cannon? In the building, man.
Cannon.
Shout out to Mr. Cannon, man. Shout out to my mother, Linda English. Baby, how you doing tonight? I love you, lady. You already know what it is. Shout out to my mother, man. I love your sweetness, man. Shout out to Jay Dirty. Jay Dirty in here, man. Shout out to Jay Dirty. What's going on, Jay Dirty? Shout out to Chris Kane's for life is in the building, man. Chris Kane, what it do? Our Mike's in the building. Shout out to our Mike's. What up, our Mike's? What it do? What it do? What's going on? And we got a special guest joining us tonight, man. Y'all already know, man. We got a little surprise for you guys. But before we bring him on, you know what I'm saying? Because some of these guys, they always bless us with their presence, man. So we always love to have some of our people on, man. Larry Frank, how you doing tonight on a Monday night, brother? What's going on?
Oh, man, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Can't complain. It's the night before Christmas Eve. And, you know, we just chilling, man. We just in chill mode, you know.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. We're going to open the lines up. We know we haven't seen you guys in almost, 3 weeks or so? It's been a while, man. So we wanted to come on tonight to say what's up to everybody. And without any further ado, man, let's bring on our special guest, man. Y'all already see him before, man. Y'all know he's on regular, man. This is our big bro. Shout out to our guy, Tolbert Bain is in the building, man. Let's give him a round of applause, man. Big bro. Shout out to Tolbert Bain. The Bainster is in the building. He's in the house. He's in the house. Hey, what up?
Bain in the building. OG, triple OG.
What's good?
You talk to us. What's up with you?
Yeah,
How you doing?
Know, man. We trying to find something good.
My one alma mater let me down, but the other one came through with flying colors. So that's shout out to Teddy Bridgewater and the Northwestern Bulls. Handle their business, and it's trouble.
Damn, Debo.
It's just starting. Yeah. What they say, put belt ass. There's gonna be a lot more ass, belt ass around here. Book them, Dano.
What was the score in that game, man? Talk to him about that score, man.
It was so boring, I fell asleep. I don't even know what the final score was.
They blew them out, man.
Belt ass. It was 41 nothing. We had a little fun, light work.
Well, I heard the stadium was crowded too down there, boy. They say y'all had a whole sellout down there, boy.
Man, it's Northwestern. We just different when it comes to that stuff, man. They just ain't nobody else in the country like that. Them fans in the neighborhood. Shout out to the neighborhood. Everybody conducted themselves well. Wasn't no incident. Everybody just was out to have a good time. we haven't had a good time like that. You know, we have people, everybody losing people every day, and the corona one year, man. But we just happy, and our kids, they were just so nice to watch our kids having a good time, and they play for each other, they love each other, and Teddy have them bonding the right way. He do like Camp Teddy. They be out there at school for about 5 days, feed them 3 times a day, even have sweet mini donuts come out and give them donuts at night, and they play for each other, man. Great group of
Good deal.
kids.
Good deal.
The
Good deal,
coaching
man.
staff too. Shout out to the coaching staff because they did a great job. Oh man, it's just a beautiful thing to watch them play.
That's what's up. Good deal, man. Shout out to Teddy Bridgewater, man. Shout out to Teddy, man. You know, man, we're gonna get into it tonight, man. We're gonna get into it tonight. I know you excited, man. I mean, our Miami Hurricanes, man, about their appearance in the Pop Top Bowl.
Man, Pop Top Bowl. Listen on that, I ain't going to that, man. I don't.
You ain't going to the Pop Top
Bowl. Them people supposed to find a way to let us play Colorado, which the gate would have been crazy, and the viewers would have been off the chain. It would have been the most viewed game. This playoffs and all that, that game would have got all the views. Or they supposed to put us with Roll Tide, man. Iowa State, man. Who? I'm not going.
You ain't going, big bro?
No, not to watch no Iowa State.
Listen, man. Listen.
It's our fault. It's our fault, though.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. Definitely. What's up, B Mike? B Mike in the building, man. Shout out to B Mike, man. What's going on? We're gonna talk about it tonight, man, because you know one thing I wanted to discuss, Larry Frank. You know, I'm finna go ahead and these are the thoughts, not of our big bro Tober Bane. These are my thoughts from Devin D, Utah. So Larry Frank can get his thoughts, but I'm on that train now, man. I haven't seen no movement of anything such as Lance Guidry. He's still on the defensive coordinator as of right now. Everything that Mario was giving to him, man, at the beginning of the season, whether it was NIL, transfer portal, money, and all of this type of stuff, man, and it was an underachievement, man. We underachieved this year. And I don't think it's gonna get no better next year. So I'm finna start this campaign, man. I'm tired of Mario. Get him the hell out of Miami, bro. Fire Mario Cristobal. I said it. This ain't the thoughts of Tober Bane. This ain't got shit to do with Tober. Take the Tober Bane out of it. This is just big bro. This is my opinion, but I'm tired of Mario. I gave him 3. I said year 3, especially everything after he did in the portal.
Coach, it took Jimmy 4 years. It took Jimmy 4 years to get here. Man, we had close calls. We had close calls too.
Coach, I want him out of here, Coach. I'm sorry, man. Everything that he's been giving, Coach, everything. Jimmy wasn't even giving that, Coach, but he got every damn thing, Coach, in the damn money, everything, and he still couldn't get us to the
You gotta remember, Jimmy inherited a national championship team, and that first year we went 8-5, and guess what? Our defense that year looked exactly like this defense looked, where they always look like, you got him or I got him. I played on that defense. That was the first year I was a starter, and we had a bunch of busts all through that year because we was trying to mix some of that 3-4 defense with the 4-3 scheme, and it blew up on us. But I don't know what scheme we running, but all the time they look fucking confused. You can't win like that. We played tough games, tight games. The only one beat us bad that year was Florida State. They beat us 38-3. Every other game we was right in the game. But the defense, we was a bad defense that year.
So
next year,
what do Mario do? Do he bring this dude back? Do he bring the DC back? What do Mario do, bro? How can you bring Lance Guidry back after what we watched on defense last year?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what Jimmy did. Jimmy brought Paul Jett in. We went to the 4-3, and we whooped ass. We lost 2 games that year. And the next year we lost 1 game, and the next year we won the national championship. So that's why I said it took Jimmy 4 years. I don't know. He got to make some adjustments. That's my opinion. He has to make some adjustments, some changes, because it seemed like to me they was playing a different scheme early in the year, and then they start doing a lot of stunts, which the D-line, I just don't know what changed. and our edge, we can't keep people from getting on our edge. That's pathetic. And the stuff I think they trying to run, I don't know exactly the scheme, but that's the stuff that you run when you have lesser athletes, where they got to do all that thinking. You got to put them kids in position where they can pin their ears back and play hurricane football. We always are aggressive on defense. I didn't hardly see no more blitzing this year. I don't know what had always a pleasure. I don't know what we had going on, Coach. I was confused.
Right.
Last year, same coordinator. He did some blitzing with Kiko. I didn't see him hardly blitz that much this year. I don't know what happened, what changed the way he would coach, but he was different this year. That's my opinion. And a bunch of Sarah Mo former came saying the same thing. Okay. Trying to figure out what scheme it is, what are we doing, and why they look confused all the time. You can't win no fucking football game when the motherfuckers confused. I played on a defense like that. We lost 5 games. You can't win like that. I don't know what happened, but they ain't look confused last year. Both of y'all watched all them games. We didn't look confused. We just made bad plays at wrong time. That was the difference in the team. This year, the kids had us in games, but we didn't make adjustments. You got to be able to make adjustments. Them coaching style Jimmy had was masters. When we came off that field, if somebody was doing something to hurt us, they was able to tell you how to correct it. And then one thing we had also, we playing Oklahoma National Championship. They split Keith Jackson out wide. And I'm on 5 yards. Now the coaches didn't make this adjustment. I done seen a few times where a coach didn't make an adjustment with a kid, and they told a former player would tell the kid what to do. Winston Moss told me, he said he's too big. Keith Jackson like 6'3", 6'4", 240, 50 pounds. And when he said when he get out on you, you ain't gonna be able to get around it. He said walk up on his head, and when you see that option coming, you engage and get to the football, play football. I did that, stopped the run, because on first play, when they ran it the first quarter, they picked up a nice game. So everybody in the huddle got in that huddle, and back then we had the circle huddle, and everybody looking at me. All 10 was like, fuck you at? And then the only thing made them stop looking, I say, my bad. Now they make the huddle call because they trust me. We trust each other. We believe in each other. We know, I know what he's supposed to be. They know where I was supposed to be. They know I'm supposed to be in to make that play. We got off the field. Then Moss made that adjustment. And another time I seen Lamar Thomas, they was playing Florida State, and Clifton Abraham, Lamar couldn't get off that line for 3 3/4 of the game. He came to that sideline, Nat Moore and Ed Brown was standing there. And I was standing next to him. And he came there, he threw his helmet down, he said, what to do? I can't get off the ball. They told him in 30 seconds how to beat him, and that's when Lamar caught the winning touchdown, the closing in the end zone to beat Florida State. So it always come from, and they don't, to me, they say the NCAA don't be wanting you in the box, but them coaches don't see everything. Them guys like that see what's going on. And they could tell you how to make the adjustment to beat what's going on. But they don't want it. So I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's the NCAA or it's just us don't want them around. And nigga Mike, you don't think Mike know nothing to tell nobody? Mike ain't just Mike, passionate. All us put that green and orange on, very passionate. That shit hurt when we lose. Especially we lose to a motherfucker we ain't got no business losing to. Georgia Tech and Syracuse, we up 21-0, and the people outscore us 42-17. Come on, man. That shit disappointing. I played on the defense, and I know when I had to come out of the neighborhood, my homeboys didn't talk to me about no good plays I made. The bad plays is what they talked to me about. The next year, a whole summer, I said, they ain't gonna be talking to me about no bad plays, and I cut that stuff out. But that first year on that field, I made some bad plays, myself and Dow. Bulletin. And then we tightened up.
Okay, so Larry Frank, what's your thoughts? Oh, and let me. I hope he's still in the chat, man. I think I seen Sports Shot say I sound like a damn fool. But Sports Shot, let me ask you a question. What's your solution? Are you satisfied with 10-2? I mean, do you see anything that needs to be addressed on the team? Or you just a Mario groupie?
Who you say sound like a damn fool?
No,
You the damn fool. Oh.
No, not too.
Yeah.
Not too.
Unc Bane was about to get him, boy. Unc Bane was about to get him, boy.
Not too. But you know, you get dudes like him or whoever this is, a lady, or I don't know what it is, or whoever they are. My thing is, well, give us a solution. Instead of calling me a fool, are you satisfied and content with everything that you saw? Instead of just tell me what you see that's wrong. Larry Frank, talk to us, bro. Talk to us.
Look. I'm gonna say this much. First of all, I know D, you ready to get the man fired. I'm not there just yet, but I am ready for a come to Jesus meeting where he needs to understand that his job is now starting to get looked at, because I was looking on YouTube the other day and they started showing postseason clips of different games. And I went back and I was watching that Miami versus Florida game, the season opener. And that defense looked the best that it did all season against Florida. Now, the defense regressed from the Florida game all the way down to Syracuse. The defense regressed. When you started ACC play versus Virginia Tech, the defense had pretty much to me hit rock bottom, and you only had bright spots versus Florida State, who didn't have an offense. And who's the other team we played that didn't have much of an offense? I can't think right now. Wake Forest. So at the end of the day, all those ACC games that we played, the defense looked exactly the same. We look, missed angles, miscommunication, missed tackles. Devin, you did the coach me type videos like Hayes be doing, showing how, you know, these guys are in position, don't even know which way to, you know, cover two is not. It's like something, there's a disconnect. So I'm going to say this. There's a lot of people that are feeling that we as fans should be happy with the season ending with 10 wins because Vegas said we was going to be a 9-win team, but I'm sorry. Right. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. If Miami started 1-2 and ran the table, I'd be happy. But you don't start 9-0 and be happy about finishing 10-2 when you leave an ACC championship game on the board. You let that go. You leave a playoff spot on the board. You let that go. I'm not happy about that. And in my humble opinion, this season was a failure. I don't give a damn about 10-2 because at the end of the day, 10-2 don't mean nothing when you started 9-0 and you fell apart. And like Unc Bane just said, you couldn't beat Georgia Tech. You couldn't beat Syracuse, two teams you should have beat. You couldn't beat them and you dropped everything. And now we playing in a goddamn pastry Pop-Tart bowl. I'm sorry. Yeah. I can't accept it.
But see, that's the thing. And then now, you know, they want to pretty much just talk about recruit. They don't want to talk no more about him. Like, they just want to give him a pass. And like we was talking about, at this point, you can't keep blaming this on the players. At what point does the accountability fall on coaching?
Yes.
At what point? Like, I'm sick of hearing it because like we talked about, you see these guys like Jared Hunt, you see Elijah Roberts that used to play at Miami over at now SMU. Those guys look real good. Like,
I know SMU shit the bed the other day. I get it in the playoff game, but at the end of the day, it seemed like all the names we was hearing in that game was former Canes players. That's all I heard was people that used to be in Miami. So if they wasn't good enough to be in Miami, why in the hell they was able to make an impact?
So y'all tell me how Rashad Smith was one of the best players in the country. We had that kid on our roster all them years and barely played him.
Yes.
And let me
nowhere in the world. No, hold on. The kid helped him and Emory beat Clemson last year. We hadn't beat Clemson in how long? And Emory, the next week, we don't play Emory. We put Van Dyke back on the field. So Emory's growth got stunted. He would have had 8 quarters going into Florida State instead of 4. And then he had to go in the game against Florida State, make throws, get us back in the game, and was trying to beat them and broke his arm. But Rashad wasn't a factor the rest of the year after the Clemson game. You tell me how that happened.
Yeah, but
that kid helped beat them.
But check this out. Didn't they tell you that they looking in the portal to go and get the kid from what it was, North Carolina State, Concepcion, when you had your Concepcion and Brashard Smith on the team and you didn't use him. What the hell you gonna do with Concepcion if you bring him here? You already had a Concepcion on the team. You had a better Concepcion with Brashard Smith and you didn't use him.
Yeah, because he's a South Florida kid, and South Florida kids play at a different speed in football than anywhere else in the world.
Yep.
South Florida kids play at a different speed.
Leon,
what's up?
You know, I was praying. They was talking about getting this quarterback from Washington State.
For what?
I was praying.
We got a quarterback. Emory, I believe. Always. All right? Yes, sir, always.
At least maybe
I'm riding with him. Man, Emory, I love Emory. Emory got nuts. Emory said, I don't care who you bring in. He said that last year. But that once that money gets spent now, there ain't nothing you could do about it. There ain't nothing you could do when that money gets spent.
It's just crazy though how they was all on Mateer. Now they back on Emory nuts because Mateer chose Oklahoma. You know, that's crazy. Like,
man,
I don't understand.
He could have came here. The only reason he would have probably beat Emory out because they'd have paid him too much money. But other than that, I put Emory up against any quarterback in the country. I like Emory, and he homegrown. He came for life. I want that.
It's the disrespect, man.
They went 0 for 3 on potential quarterbacks out the portal because they was looking at Mensa from Tulane, who he went to Duke, I believe, and then they were looking at Mateer, who went to Oklahoma, and then there was some chatters about Aaron Nolan when he left Ohio State, and I just read about an hour or so ago Aaron Nolan went to South Carolina. So at the end of the day, you're gonna have to. Mario, that is, you're going to have to do something that you, in my opinion, have never done, and that's you're going to have development of a quarterback. That's something he's never done, and people always want to bring up what he had at Oregon with Justin Herbert. Man, he found Justin Herbert when he got to Oregon. Justin Herbert was natural.
How many years he coaching, though? How many years he the coach was? How many years he was a coach?
1, I believe, right? Didn't he have him for 1 year or 2?
I think he had him more than 1 year. He don't coach quarterbacks though, so that ain't on him. He know offensive line.
Why you gonna get a quarterback coach? Why you gonna go and get a quarterback coach?
At the end of the day, no, he doesn't coach them directly. But he's got to be able to find the right coordinators and the right quarterback coaches to develop him, even though that don't fall him directly.
I feel like we wasted a quarterback this year with Cam. But you want to know how bad it was for Nick to say on game day this weekend, Miami should have been in the playoffs.
Yes.
Cam Ward should have been playing in the playoffs.
Yes.
What else nigga? That's the greatest college coach ever.
Yeah.
And he saw what we had, and we had no business losing in them 2 goddamn schools, them 2 games. But that's our fault, and it's the kids' fault, and it's the coach's fault because you can't. Jimmy didn't bother us when it was a big game. He bothered us when we was playing a slapdick. So the big game, everybody gonna get ready to play. But them slapdicks, that's when he hold you. He don't want you talking to them. They're a lesser team than you, so you better not be talking trash to them. You could talk when we playing Florida State, Florida, Oklahoma, Nebraska. He ain't tripping on none of that. But leave them sorry schools, leave them alone. He ain't with that. You supposed to beat them. We supposed to beat these schools, man. And now I don't know, but I know we playing some good names next year. We open up with Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, you got
yes, we do.
And one thing, Lagway ain't bullshitting. He on the way. And we hot dogged them real good this year too. That's a whole different team now. That's a different team. We hot dogged them real good now.
Right.
They coming to 199th Street this year. We hot dogged them real good. We got to come up with something because we gonna have to get some pressure on Lagway. The pressure was down this year on that defensive front. I don't know why. It's just too many questions. All I know that Jimmy was a chess master. Coach Johnson, a chess master. Hal Snellenberg, chess master. Butch was a chess master. They get the right kids and they put them in position to make plays. They made it easy on us. We didn't have to do a whole lot of thinking. If it ain't this, it's that. You ain't got those 4 things you trying to figure out what's going on. This ain't geometry. We're in school. It's football. And I learned this from Randy Shannon. He called it a kiss. He said, keep it simple, stupid. You got to keep this shit simple. Where they could be aggressive, man. Keep it simple. We got
Y'all
to
hit
keep
it right here. Y'all hit it right here from the great.
Yeah.
He here. Total Bane is in the building. Go ahead and talk. Keep talking.
Keep talking.
I'm telling you, them Dennis Erickson, he kept it simple. He brought his one back. We weren't used to that. We was wondering about him. That shit worked, but he left that defense, that 4-3 attacking style defense. Where ain't nobody used to get on Miami edges like that. That was pathetic this year. All former Canes are sick by this shit. All of them.
On Bane, hold your thought. Hold up,
It's
on
you
Bane.
talk,
Hold up,
baby.
on Bane. I want you to repeat what you just said, and I'm gonna ask you directly, on Bane. Are you happy about being 10-2, on Bane?
For what? What is that? We play for national championship. We ain't play to be no 1-loss or 2-loss team. That ain't Miami football.
There's a reason why I asked you that, on Bane, and I thank you for being honest with that. Because for some strange reason, you have a big chunk of the fan base saying that you should be happy, talking about us as fans should be happy. Because
When the last time we won? It was over 20 years, right? So they don't know. They don't know what we supposed to be striving for. But the former team who played, no, we don't. Ain't nobody happy with no 10-2, 2 losses that we shouldn't have had. Ain't not one Cane that ever put that stuff on and practiced on Green Tree happy with that. Not one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bane. Thank you.
Yeah, sports shot. You
These
sound
people, okay, if you recruiting a kid, none of these kids was born when Miami was winning.
And
Hello?
thank you. Yeah,
Hello?
No, we here.
got you.
We here. We here.
Yeah, people gonna get mad and hey man, I am who I am and I accept however somebody feel about me all my life. But I know there ain't nobody that wore that green and orange and practiced on Green Tree is happy or accept 2 losses and we shouldn't have lost.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You think Jonathan Gilmer accept that? DJ Williams, Ken Dorsey, you think Ken Dorsey happy with that?
Thank you. Thank you.
Rusty Madaris, you think Rusty Madaris happy with that? Kevin Williams, shit, man, ain't no Larry Jones, nobody. Think Melvin, you think Sapp happy with that? He calls every week. He calls every week after we done played. He calls every week. He watching from afar, and ain't nobody. That ain't acceptable. We're a better program than that, and we should be back for real.
Hey, tell them how hard y'all practice back in the day.
It was the games. The games was the easy part. Practice was the hard part. I went against Mike every day. You think Mike happy with them 2 losses? That shit was breaking his heart. All right, dog. Always a pleasure.
Good, man.
Native Kane, we agree with you, Native Kane. We with you, brother. We've been saying the same thing. This man got top passes and still can't do nothing. He got the NIL, everything, and he still can't do nothing. Dabo wasn't even recruited in the portal.
Mike ain't. Dabo say he ain't going in the portal. He's still raising his from the ground.
But we want to alienate all of our players. We want to alienate our players, and we want to try to go and recruit over the guys that he get. That's crazy. I want him gone. I don't like him. I'm off the train. I said, fire his ass. I'm gone. I gave him 3. I don't see nothing going to change next year with Lance Guidry. And like I said, this is going into year 4.
I'm just saying, Coach, it took Jimmy 4 years. That's all I can tell you, Coach. It took Jimmy 4. I ain't saying he's Jimmy. I ain't saying he ain't Jimmy. But it took 4 years before we hit pay dirt.
With that schedule next year, Coach, what's up with that schedule next year, though, Coach? If Lance, what's up with that schedule, Coach? I'm saying, you talked about this. This is gonna be a totally different schedule next year, Coach. Talk to me, big bro.
Well,
it ain't no FAMU. It ain't no Bethune-Cookman. No Ball State's gonna be in there all. Oh, talk to me, big bro. I'm just saying.
Our kids we got gonna be in green and orange, gonna rise to the occasion.
I hope so. Up
That's
underneath
what we
this
want.
regime, up underneath this regime, up underneath this same defensive coordinator that we watched last year get.
Not right now. I'm gonna ask you again now. Go back and y'all don't know how to researchers. Last year defense what made bad plays at bad times, and some of them kids gone who made them bad plays. They playing on Sunday night, but they stopped freestyling. I think they was allowed to play their own stuff, and they burnt us. They burnt us. But that defense last year probably was better than this one this year. Think about what I'm saying.
I just saw
that defense wasn't a bad defense last year. That's why I don't know. That's why I say to me, seems like we doing stuff different than we did with the defense last year. And the early part of the season, that defense, we wasn't playing the same stuff late. To me, it wasn't the same. It could have been. Maybe I'm missing something.
My thing is, when you got personnel and you ain't got them in the right places, case point, your little cuz should not have been playing off the edge. Your little cuz should have been doing damage in the middle. When he got back from that injury, he was hampered up. That's where he should have been like, why? That's a problem that I got. They don't even know how to put personnel in the right spots.
Coach, I don't be in the meetings, so I can't tell you what their philosophy is or why they play him over here or that one over there, because I don't know. Because like 11, we brought 11 here. He played early in the year, and then he disappeared. I don't know. I don't know. That NIL muddy everything up to me. Yeah. I love it because the kids are getting money, but I hate it because you don't know your team. You have this kid, and the next year you got that kid. You don't know nothing about this kid. Because that NIL. Why you think Nick got out of here?
And I guess that's my thing. Like, how can you be excited about the transfer portal when they talking about what they doing this year when supposedly last year they had all of these top tier players that they got from Cam Ward to the defensive end. What was his name? Barron to Simeon Barrow. You had all the kids. Now you're going to go get a safety from where? Jacksonville State. He's supposed to be such.
Look at the defensive lineman they got from Louisiana Tech. And that's what I was telling one of them the other day in the group I was arguing with them. They up there all hyped up about the dude from Louisiana Tech. Yeah. I said the only SEC school that wanted him was Kentucky. Y'all hyped up about somebody. Georgia didn't want him. Alabama didn't want him. LSU didn't want him. Come on, man. He from Pennsylvania anyway. He going to get pushed around when he gets down
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Oh, no. Pennsylvania once upon a time had top of the line ball players now that played in that interior. I don't know what he is. Listen, I don't follow none of these kids. I don't follow that portal stuff. I don't care about that. I just know when we timeline up on all this stuff, we need to have the right kids on the field, put them in the right position where they can make fucking plays and don't have to be doing all that thinking and overthinking, and they can line up and be aggressive. We got to get back to that kind of football. Yeah. It ain't got to be complicated. Like you say, the word is, my Jimmys are better than your Joe. We got to get back to that. Jerome Brown ain't worried about nobody else. He had some games where he got blocked too, but boy, 90% of the time he won. 95% JB won. Grown man. And he had Coach Allen. Coach Allen was probably the best D-line coach through UM history. That Coach Allen was the real one. And you don't know what he's saying, but that D-line used to know what he's saying because he's a mumble. But they know exactly what the fuck he's saying. You don't know what he just said. Hal Allen was his name. He was an older dude, cool as a mug.
Y'all call up here and talk to Bane. Y'all call up here and talk to Bane.
I had, all the years I was there, we had great coaching. Great coaching. It wasn't just we could play, but we had great coaching every year. Every year we had great coaching.
We ain't got great
We
coaching
ain't got it
right
down.
now at all. We got a call on the phone, man. Somebody want to call and talk to Bang, man. We got Chris Kane in the building, man. Shout out to Chris Kane. Chris Kane in the building. Come on with the great Tobin on Bang. Big bro in the building, man. Chris Kane, what up?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on, Larry? What's going on, D? What's going on to the OG, Mr. Tobin Bang? Happy holidays to you, gentlemen.
Happy holidays to you too.
You too, my brother.
Man, listen here. Look here. I'm going to tell you something. Ain't really much that I need to say to the OG because he said everything what I was feeling. Because 10-2 is a great season. It's a great win-loss ratio, but what did it get us?
Yeah, that's great for Iowa State. They ain't winning last time they won a national championship. That ain't acceptable in Miami.
Thank you.
Right. It's great, but what did it do? It didn't do nothing for us. And you said you spoke right on the head, though, OG. You just said you lost games that you shouldn't have lost. We lost to a B and a damn fruit. That's who we lost to. I'm for real. You think about it. We were sitting here making all these fun, making jokes and stuff about Florida State, and we lose to the same high. Mm-hmm. And then we lost to a damn fruit that you buy from Walmart, Kroger, all this. Man, come on, dude. What are we doing? What are we doing? I never played a game at Miami. But I feel the same way. Like you don't. This ain't acceptable. Oh, we should be happy because it's 10-2. Since when? Since when is 10-2? We should be happy. That word, that phrase, and Miami win the national championship should not even go together. Number one. Okay. Number two. Since when do we settle? Since when any Miami Hurricane player settled?
I've been here. I'm on this video.
Since when? Let me put it to you like this, D and Larry, Frank, and OG. Since when any OG Miami player settled for this, for anything, for not just this, for anything?
You ain't hear me earlier. It ain't one Hurricane alive, former Hurricane alive, that's pleased with those damn 10-2 season, and we know we had a team should have been 12-0. They should have been 12-0.
12-0.
Ain't nobody had not one who practiced on Green Tree. Ain't not one happy with that. They feel like we all disappointed.
Ourselves, because you know why? We had the keys and we let somebody else backdoor a 9-3 Clemson backdoors who lost to South Carolina their last game to win the ACC championship against SMU. We should have went against SMU, but I was to lose, and we ain't got nobody to blame but ourselves.
Right.
So for whoever that's still there,
21-0. I lost. We was up. I'm telling you, we had a bad defense that 84 year after the national championship. We had a bad defense.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, we was up. Was it 31-0 on Maryland, and they won 42-40. So I played, and I tell you, the defense was bad. We made bad plays. On defense. We wasted our offense that year.
You know what, OG? I don't know what it is, and Larry, Frank, and D, please chime in with it as well, please. I want to know all three of y'all opinions. But is it me? Maybe it's me. Maybe I had a little bit too much damn eggnog, or maybe I had too much damn fruitcake, or whatever the case is, Christmas ham and all this other shit. But is it me, or was Florida the best game that we ever played? And then after that, it just went downhill.
That's exactly what it was.
It's just like, okay, this is what we got, but we're going to get away from the things that's helping us win. Why is it when we get these coaches, they want to do shit ass backwards? Why get away from the things that's helping us win? Why is my question. why not put the people in the right predicaments where they need to be? They talking about we don't got the right people. All them damn people that was over there on that sideline, you mean to tell me we can't get nobody else in?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's what you're telling me? Oh, I forgot.
I don't know. I'm just asking the question again. The first 3 or 4 games looked like the stuff we was doing on defense was different than what we did late in the year. That's what I think it was.
Well, they certainly wasn't running stunts. That's for sure.
What, at the beginning of the year?
In the beginning of the year, it was
attacking.
attacking.
I agree.
You know, it was blitzing, attacking. I mean, players knew where they were. I mean,
and you want to know the crazy part and the worst part? Lil Cuz wasn't even playing yet.
That part.
And that D-line was looking like that. The only thing I could tell him, I said, boy, I can't wait till Cuz get with the rest of them boys. It's gonna be bloody murder.
Yes.
Right. But then we got away from it. It's like it was just like a killer scene in a movie. Like they was just acting. Like somebody said, and cut. Beautiful, guys. Go ahead and go back to the regular bullshit defense that we've been running. Why? Why? I don't get it. But I'm gonna tell you something. You said, OG, you said, I remember you was on there with Streeter one day. Shout out to my man Streeter. You said when we got Mario, you said the nightmare is over.
Nightmare over. Until we lost these 2 goddamn games, the nightmare was over.
Right.
Making my ass, making me eat my goddamn words. Them motherfucking people ain't got no business beating us, man.
Right.
And maybe I'm one of them people that says I always gonna feel we better than we is. Yeah, cause we is better than we what that damn showing like that. We better than that. Damn right.
Yeah. And it's always everybody wants to beat Miami. It don't matter what.
Yeah, man. Listen, I had the privilege. Listen, gentlemen, listen. I had the privilege of going to the 2 hated schools in the world, and one high school and one college. They hate Northwestern and they hate UM. They hate Northwestern, but we don't got time to walk around hating nobody. We be everybody rival. UM everybody rival. They don't care about beating nobody but beating UM. Nobody but Northwestern. They want to beat Northwestern. But they ass, we putting belt the ass on 71st Street though. I could talk loud about that. And that shit just started. And that's just started. They in trouble. And they know it.
Chris Kane, I gotta get you out of here, man. Give us something, man. Give us something to get us out. Get another call in to Chris Kane.
Man, hell, D, I don't know what the hell else to do. I don't know what else to say. Hell, I mean, I'm just disappointed. You know,
disappointed.
But hell, it's a disappointing titty too. You might as well, if you could have been 7-5, and hell, I'd have felt better than this. You know what I'm saying?
No, because that means I done did that shit too many times. Yeah, we only lost 5 games. We lost 5 games. I done had to, no, I don't want none of that. I'm damn if I do, damn if I don't. Like, I don't know, man. I'm tired of losing, man. I know that. What's up, baby?
I mean, we
always a pleasure. Nice to see you.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo. It didn't do nothing for us, but hell, I'm about to go back in here. Man, I'm about to put in college football, man. I'm about to whip somebody in.
I've been on mine all day, man.
All right, Chris K.
Happy holiday.
Man. Go.
Chris Kane, y'all. That was Chris Kane. Let's welcome, man. We got South Coast Kane in the building, man. Shout out to South Coast Kane in the building,
man. Yo. In a 10 minutes. Well.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, we Gucci, brother.
Yeah.
We Gucci.
All right.
Hey, look. I want to start by saying, look, I know with it being the Christmas and holiday time, you know, those of y'all who are going through life's trials and tribulations, bro, I'm right there with you. But, you know, don't think about what is, but think about what was, and everything will be all right, bro. Just hang in there.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, bro, man, look, here's the thing. I'm gonna try to stay civil about this. So we are told by the talking heads that are paid by the university that we should be happy. Foundation is being laid. Man, that's bullshit, bro. I hate to be I hate to be this way at the Christmas time, but you know, the tides are turning, the winds are changing, and this 10-2, as Nitty G said, it's a dirty 10-2. It is not acceptable. Not acceptable. You lost to a friggin' Georgia Tech. Okay? You lost a 21-point lead to a Syracuse. Okay? See, here's my thing. My allegiance, my loyalty is not to a coach. I don't give a goddamn what kind of coffee you drink. I don't care when you played, how you played, and where you played. My allegiance and loyalty is to you. Okay? And I want to see the U to be successful. All right? And for the last 20 damn years, we've seen the same thing. You get these talented young men, you can't develop them. You can't get your head out your ass as a coach. Okay? And this year, you had the stars aligned this year. Okay, well, let me get back. Okay, with Iowa State. This is going to probably be the best team Miami has faced all season. And I hate to say it, guys. I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm not trying to be anti-Miami, as those assholes say. I'm being realistic. I got a bad feeling Iowa State going to come out with a big old can of whoop ass, because from what we've seen the last, 12 games, this defense can't stop shit because of the leadership of the defense. Okay? And I'm telling you, man, look, bro, I've been look, enough's a friggin' enough, dude. I don't know what kind of games this university is playing with the likes of a Mario. Okay? He comes out with all these sayings. He comes out with all this stuff. Okay? He talks a good game. His mouth writes checks that his ass can't cash.
Yep. That's right. Yep.
Okay? Yep. He you see him on the sideline, he looks like a deer in headlights. He don't know what the hell's going on. All right? And please, don't get me started on Lance Guidry. I don't know what the hell he was smoking. Maybe he decided to make some of that brew in the bathtub. Okay? He didn't get the good shit down the street. He made the shit in the bathtub, and it just totally screwed up.
It's Utah, baby.
You've got the likes of a cow. Miami was down 35-10 to a cow and had to come back.
Armando's stupid.
That is not Miami football, damn it.
It's not.
You got Mr. Bain there with us. My God, it blows my mind, and it pisses me. It pisses me. Yes, sir.
South Coast, let me give you a chance. Let me give you a chance to breathe. That's why I asked Big Brother Bain, as a former player, how he felt. And I'm so glad that he, as a former player, confirmed his disdain for what this season ended up being, along with so many others. You heard him, and you heard what he said. Anybody that wore that green and orange ain't happy about this. That just makes me feel so much validation and confirmation, and in the way that we feel, people telling us that we out of pocket and that we wrong and we should be happy with the 10-2. Why the hell should we be happy with the 10-2 when you got people that wore the uniforms that's pissed off about it? So I'm glad he confirmed it.
Exactly. And look, I watched Mr. Bain. I enjoyed watching him play. I watched Mr. Bratton play. And I look at what's going on today, and I'm thinking, what the frack has happened?
Yes.
What has happened? You talk about a demise of a program, and I'm at the point right now, You can write it down. December 23rd, 2024. This upcoming season. Oh, I'm going hard on them. No Diddy, but I'm just saying, nah, dude. Historically, in the last 20
It's you
years,
talk, baby.
in the last 20 years of dysfunctionality of this program, as far as the coaching staff goes, look, usually year 3 is historically the best. And look, something's got to happen. Okay, I don't know. I'm sick and damn tired of the same bullshit. Okay, you get these talented young men. What? And I'm not saying this because Mr. Bain is on, but what the hell is little Ruben doing sitting out there in coverage? Oh my gosh, what the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, again, I know we sound like a broken record, but it's enough's enough. Okay, and I'm also sick and tired of all these, as we call them, the CCC, trying to tell us, oh, well, we got this one guy in the portal. I mean, he's only been in the portal like 3 times.
Yeah.
We get a receiver from LSU. No disrespect to the young man. What the hell do we need another receiver for?
Well,
and the crazy part, they're going off of his stats when he played with Liberty, not LSU.
And here's the thing.
Exactly.
I'll answer that. I'll answer that for you real quick, South Coast. Look at the timing in which he got signed, or he committed to Miami through the portal. It happened like a day or so after Isaiah Horton decided he was going to transfer. And people, and like I told people, you're looking at the school he came from that he just played at. You're not looking at the stats from last year. And then people are like, well, he was hurt. Let me tell you something. My cousin Kyron was the #1 receiver on LSU's team last year. CJ should have been the #2 receiver. But it turns out that Jason Taylor's son, I think, in reception yards, I think he was second in reception to Kyron. So at the end of the day, you got people thumping their chest over CJ Daniels. You got people thumping their chest over the Jacksonville State defensive back. You got people thumping their chest over the dude from Louisiana Tech, the defensive lineman or whatever. Because I had one guy say, well, he was ranked #2 in the portal. I don't give a damn about these portal rankings. That don't mean shit, because at the end of the day, long story short, I look at who offered him. You know who offered that dude from Louisiana Tech? It was Miami, Kentucky, and Penn State. Now, when I look at these different schools, I'm looking to see, are we competing with the big boys for some of these? If I don't see Alabama or Georgia or Ohio State or whoever offering, I ain't getting excited about somebody just because we got them and their ranks a certain ranking in the portal. So it's fool's gold, my brother.
It is. It is. It is. And here's the thing. Thank God Miami didn't make the playoffs, because, oh my God, I mean, I feel bad for the guys on the, the players on the team, but something has got to happen. I mean, this is bullshit. I'm tired. And again, y'all may think, oh, you're just living in the glory days of the 80s. No. I want to see Miami football be Miami football, damn it. I'm tired of the bullshit. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And Mr. Bain hit all the nails on the head, just like Chris Kane and everybody else. And to come at me saying, well, you should be happy because we're 10-2 for the first time. So, man, don't give me that bullshit. You're accepting mediocrity.
Yeah.
What did 10-2 get you that 6-6 didn't?
Off-season.
It sure as hell didn't get you an ACC championship in this weak ass ACC. Yes, I said it. And they talk about, well, Miami should go to this conference. Man, shoot, Miami get gang raped in that conference. But anyway, wasabi. wasabi.
So, Coach,
yeah,
I got to get you closed out to get somebody else and get some more callers in.
I am. And I appreciate it. And I appreciate the patience of y'all trying to call in. But, yeah, it's all bullshit. It's unacceptable, man. It's not Miami football. And to accept anything less than championships is an acceptance of mediocrity.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, look, I do want to tell Mr. Bain, look, bruh, I always enjoy watching you play. I wish we could get back to that level. Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Devin. Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Frank. And
Same to you, bro.
Mr. Bain. And also Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat. And if you're going through anything tough right now in life, hey, look, I'm right there with you. But think about the good times, okay?
Yes, sir.
And after all that, y'all have a great day. Thank y'all. Bye.
All righty, so Coach.
All right, brother.
It's you talk, baby.
James Freeman, I'm holding it for you, James Freeman. Come on. Well, I got 985. I forgot about 985 when he hung up. James Freeman, 985 or James Freeman, whoever get through first. CL Smooth, man. Talk to me, CL Smooth. Talk to me, CL Smooth, 92, man. Talk to me, man.
What are we tripping about? What are we tripping about?
Please, instead of just telling us we crazy and we tripping, give us some solutions, CL Smooth. Because y'all don't never get solutions. That's all we see is y'all fool, y'all tripping. Tell us what's the problem, man. James Freeman is in the building, man. Shout out to James Freeman.
What is up? Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas to all at Utah family. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Man, Merry Christmas. All right, so how about this? Let's talk about this from a different angle, okay? How many times did we talk about how, oh my gosh, man, Randy Shannon, he was terrible. You know, oh, Al Golden, he was freaking horrible. You know, Mark Rick got a little bit too. And then, you know, Manny Diaz, obviously by me. But my question is this, is there really a curse down there in the 305? Because for whatever reason, say what you will about their schedule, Al Golden is the defensive coordinator for Notre Dame, and they are now in the semifinals. Manny Diaz almost beat SMU, should have beaten SMU if the kicker knew what they were doing. And they had Duke of all teams, 9-3, and we were down to them in the third quarter. So let's keep that in mind too. And Rhett Lashley, even though they got their asses whipped, he still got them to the playoffs, something Mario didn't do. So what I'm getting at is there some curse that these coaches do horrible here and then they go somewhere else and they just do magical things? The other thing that's also been an observation so far in these bowl games, whatever you want to think about and who's hitting the transfer portal and who isn't, that fantastic recruiting class that finished, according to some, anywhere from 4 to 7, why don't we re-rank it now? Because about 7 to 10 of them are not even on this team and haven't even contributed nothing. So I want everybody to think about that. The great recruiting, you know, and there's going to be more. There should have been more dismissed last year, to be honest with you. So again, who's doing these evaluations? Are you really meeting your needs? Larry, you brought up a great point just a few minutes ago. You're even competing against the elite of the elite. But other people wanted these players. But my question is, would they have actually been developed and already contributed by now with a better staff? Those are things that really, really need to be looked at and really accounted for. And it starts at the top. I'll preach it every week that I get on this show when it's available. They wasted Alonzo. They wasted his evaluations.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that I wonder how many of these guys that were allowed to be here, whether they were on scholarship for a year or two, it was apparent that they weren't going to contribute or get on the field. How many did Alonzo really sign off on? I mean, realistically, a couple of your offensive linemen who you really were hoping would be contributing, if they don't show you something, they can hit the portal too. Right now, the only one that's really shown anything is Francis, and you paid a lot of money for him. But as far as Pancake, Tommy, I mean, they haven't done nothing yet. I'll tell you another thing that's really an observation. From that recruiting class, with the exception of Francis, all the other IMG kids that we were so excited about, they ain't there no more. Riley Williams just put his name in the portal a couple days ago.
He did.
Jaden Wayne didn't even make it to this year.
Nope.
So realistically, are you even getting the right kids at IMG? Antonio Tripp Jr., it was apparent that he was out of his league when he left that little school in Maryland and went to IMG, and he did nothing here, and he's in the transfer portal as well. And that was somebody you were counting on to be your center. The problem with that, you wasted a transfer portal spot to get Zach Carpenter in here because you know you didn't have nothing at center. So these are things that are very disturbing. And you just finished up year 3. You had a cupcake schedule, but I will say this much about the schedule. On the front end, it was a cupcake schedule. On the back end, a couple of teams ended up being better than they were. But let's be real. With a better coach, better game planning, better defense, you're 12-0. And you really, technically maybe even 13-0, waiting to see who won those games this past weekend. And then you play them in wherever bowl game you were designated to. It's disturbing. It's the same. It's the same nonsense. You know, if 2017 got criticized because we didn't have an offense and the defense carried that year with a lot of seniors that played their guts out, the turnover chain mystique and all that, a lot of people forget that we had some major injuries that happened that year. Wide receiver got hurt. The 2 running backs got hurt. The tight end got hurt. All of those guys would have gone to the, and some of them did go and play in the pros. And you had that all with Malik at quarterback. Then you have a stud that in Cam Ward this year, but you really didn't have any major injuries. You really didn't. You got very lucky with the season. And part of that is because they don't hit in practice. So, you know, that just shows the physicality was never there. And then at the other end of it, some of the guys that do play physical out of their mind, they're getting tossed out of games for targeting because that's the ACC refs. And sad be told, if anybody watched that Ohio State-Tennessee game the other night, the ACC refs were absolutely atrocious in that game. Ohio State whipped their ass. I'm not saying that there was anything, but they were calling targeting. They were calling stupid things that they normally call in this conference. And it's like, it's mind-boggling. When you have a crew from the ACC calling important games like this, and they're still fucking up the way that they do in their ACC regular season games they call. Disturbing. Just really, really disturbing stuff. But that all being said, even if we win this Pop-Tarts Bowl on Saturday or whatever, so what? The recruits who we got are already here. You know, you might get a couple more transfers. You might have another few more transfer out. The point I'm trying to make is that this next year is a really badass year for recruiting for 2026. And it already seems like we're already behind the 8 ball with a lot of these kids. And I'm taking this from Mario's mouth himself. And it made sense back then, but Mario and the Miami Hurricanes program, I'd like to call, are a day late and $1 short. This shit with Mario would have worked 7 years ago if you had made him the hire instead of Manny when Rick was sick. I'm not saying would be in a great position, but what I'm saying is before the NIL days, he could have out-recruited some people, gotten lucky, and then kept it rolling. That's why Saban's not doing this no more. He's from that old school, or that school of thought. And it's a day late and $1 short, and you spent a lot of money. And you didn't get your bang for your buck. Now, on top of it all, though, and I was going somewhere with this, is that you look at what's coming up. And Mario, a few years ago, said, you know, hey, we're really behind with some of these kids. If you're not talking to them in 8th grade, then you're already late to the party. Well, guess what? 4 years ago, these kids were in 8th grade, and supposedly you were talking to them then. So why aren't they loving you and committing to you now and being all up about being Miami Hurricanes and everything like that? Because you haven't shown them shit. There's other programs out there that know will get them to the league with the right development and the right plan to suit their needs. And we still don't have an identity on offense, defense, or special teams. Love me, hate me all you want. I know my shit. Respect me. Love you guys. Have a Merry Christmas. I know I'll be talking before then, but a Happy New Year to everybody. And miracles can happen. They just didn't happen this year, and it ain't looking good next year either. Merry Christmas, everybody. Love always, the Italian Stallion.
Same to you, brother, man.
Much love, brother. You have a Merry Christmas.
It's you talk, baby.
Wow. Keep it coming, y'all. We're going to be on for a while. We're trying to give everybody a chance to vent, man. That was a great call there, Frank. What you think?
He put a lot of things in perspective, because when you think about the recruiting part, this is the first year since Mario's been at Miami that, to me, maybe it's just me, but it doesn't seem like signing day a couple of weeks ago was really all that special. You got some on paper, some decent players, but you know, they hyped them up for having the top class in the ACC, but what is that saying? You have the top class in the ACC, but you're not developing those classes. And then and James reiterated what I had been saying. You get these top classes, but then 2 years later, half, if not most of the class you had from 2 years prior, they transfer out. So what's the purpose of having these top classes if you're not developing them? First part. And the second part, most of them are leaving. What's the point? Hyping up a recruiter and he can't coach. Come on now. And I'm sorry. I mean, for me, next year is the year that he's going to be put on stage. He's going to be put on notice for me, man. The only way I would advocate for Mario to not be on the hot seat is win 10 games next year with that schedule, with the quarterback situation. Because you're running into a situation that you're going to really have to see where your coaching prowess is as a coach. So, yeah, show me something next year. Win 10 games next year and do something with the quarterback situation. And then I'll be the first one on the front lines, get that man an extension. But if you don't do that, believe me, law is fair 365 days from now. If we sitting at 6-6 or 5-7, I'm going to be right there with you. Fire that mother. What's up, Carl?
I'm right here now. You good, Frank? Call us. State your name and where you calling from.
What's going on, fellas? It's Rocky. What's happening?
Hey, Rocky.
Yo, Adrian, I gotta call you talk, Adrian. I'll be right back. So I just had to do it. Every time I hear Rocky, I think of my boy. You know, it's my favorite.
Stallion, huh?
Old Balboa. Old Balboa.
What's up, Rock?
Is this like a thing now? Or what? Am I gonna keep following the Italian stallion every show?
Yeah. We like that, Rock.
Yeah, like I say, we like that. It's a meeting, man. I'm gonna watch Rocky after I get off of you talk tonight.
Talk to us, Rock, man. Talk to us, bro.
So D, man, you were asking earlier about solutions, about the guy on the chat, talking about name. What's the solution, right? What's the solution?
Yes, sir.
Let me help you guys out, LFJ. Let me help you guys out. Let me give you guys a little bit of the lay of the land right now. We are December 23rd, 2024. Okay? Mm-hmm. And as much as I appreciate Mr. Bain and his soliloquy earlier about the old school Canes that wore the green and orange, sick of the 10-2 because they care about the U and they were brotherhood and they played for one another and they wore that U like a badge of honor. And I love all that, but it ain't like that anymore. And LFJ, I wish if you have a piece of paper and a pen or a magic marker right now, you need to write it down and put it up on the screen while I go through this and put down NIL is everything! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Because that's the environment we're in right now. NIL is everything. Kid just got paid $8 million to go from Tulane to Duke. The kid from Tulane. Duke paid him $8 million. Now, we can sit here and we can say that we're not getting the right kids and we're not developing, the coaches aren't developing, and I get all the frustration with Mario. I'm with y'all. I get it. But nowadays, as of December 23rd, 2024, if the University of Miami is going to refuse to play the NIL game, we sunk. We sunk. What's going on down there right now? Who do we have as in the power structure that's controlling this thing? Dan Radakovich? Dan Radakovich is a puppet. He's a puppet.
Yep.
You got Jose Mas. You got John Ruiz. You got Joe Echeverria now that's the president. You think with that power structure, anything's going to happen to old Mario for the foreseeable future?
He's scaring me, man.
No is the answer. No way. Unless Mr. Bain and some former Canes go run down there with some, and I don't want to stereotype or whatever, run down there and knock on some doors with some non-loaded 9mm. Okay? I'm dead serious. So we can sit here and we can, if I listen to the whole show, we can complain about the coaching and about the development. We stuck, fellas. We're stuck. And I know nobody wants, again, I'm the guy, nobody wants to hear the truth. But the truth is we stuck. Now, Miami just spent a buttload on players like Tyler Barron, Simeon Barrow, Elijah Alston, Cam Ward in the portal this past year, De'Ani Hill. I don't know what the numbers were that they paid that guys, but they brought in a lot of portal players past 2 years, really. Now, it doesn't look like, at least from what I've been seeing these past couple of weeks, that Miami is going to play ball. They've brought in the quote-unquote top guys. Eric Singleton that went to Auburn. They're still talking to Concepcion. Et cetera, et cetera. There's a list on the site that I go to. They must have brought in about 30 players. We've gotten a couple of them, and I'm with you, LFJ. I'm not overly thrilled about who we've brought in, but let's look at that. A safety from Jacksonville State, a defensive tackle from Louisiana Tech. Why do you think they brought those guys in just from, as a looking at it as this guy versus that guy thing? You think it because we couldn't get the other guys? Or do you think it because we wasn't going to pay the other guys? That's two different distinctions you got to make. Okay? It's all NIL now, guys. And look, I get on my knees when I pray at night. I get on my knees every night, and part of my prayer is thanking God that back in the day, NIL did not exist because it gave us the greatest brotherhood in college football that we could ever have to watch, University of Miami Hurricanes. And nowadays, until this NIL comes under control, and I'm not saying that you can't pay the players. I'm not against that. But until somebody puts some caps on this crap, $8 million for a quarterback, $10 million for a quarterback at Michigan, God knows what the payroll is at the University of Texas is in Austin. God knows. And I'm not saying University of Miami doesn't have the money, because I think they do. But if they're not going to pay them, we ain't never going to get back to being the U.
So let me ask you this. Right, we got you on here. I want to shift to Indiana, okay? And I know they just got exposed, blah, blah, blah. But Indiana, would you say they overachieved for their program this year?
Ask that again. I lost you there, man.
Would you say with what Indiana did this year, and yeah, they got blown out the other day, but for all intents and purposes, would you say that Indiana overachieved as a football program this year?
Yes, I would. I would say that. I don't think you'll see a repeat of that with Cignetti. Okay.
Here's my thing with that. This is what I want to ask you. Just for this year. We all, I think, can agree that Indiana probably doesn't have the bag to offer players equivalent to what Miami could offer players. Would you agree with me in that?
Yeah, I'll roll with that.
Okay. So now let's get to coaching. And even though they shit the bed the other day, but why was Indiana able to do so well? Albeit, I know Ohio State gave them the business. But why was Indiana able to do so well, beating all the other teams on the schedule that they were supposed to beat, and able to get into the playoff, and a relatively unknown guy in comparison to Mario, aka Signetti, did more with less. Why did that happen? And we're not looking, and I get what you're saying. You are right. NIL does call the shots now. But why was it so easy for Signetti to use, his resources and get Indiana in the position that they were in at the time? And at the end of the day, Miami, who has this quote unquote great coach, as everybody says, put a lot of money out, and they go from 9-0 to 10-2 to watching the playoffs. Armando, I see. Hold up real quick. Armando, I see what you're saying. They played nobody. You're not getting the point.
That was one thing I was going to bring up, but go ahead.
Well, let me address it. I get they didn't play nobody, but who the hell is Georgia Tech and who the hell is Syracuse? And I know what y'all going to say. Georgia Tech pushed Georgia to 8 overtimes. I get all of that. But don't tell me that Miami should have struggled with Georgia Tech the way they did and lose to Georgia Tech, with Georgia Tech basically taking the Rutgers game plan from last year's bowl game and shoving it down there, throwing it on the ground.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And as far as Syracuse, you had a
Agreed.
21-0 lead on Syracuse. And as far as everybody else Miami beat, Cal, Virginia Tech, and all those other schools, yeah, you beat them, but look what you had to go through to beat them. You had to struggle for so long against Duke. You had to struggle for so long against Louisville and the back and forth. You even had problems with Wake Forest. So when I see people saying that Indiana didn't play nobody, I'm not saying that they played a tougher schedule. I'm not going to even try to say that. But what I am saying is they did what they were supposed to do versus the inferior competition that they played. Why is it easy for them to do that and get to where they got, even though it didn't work out the other day, but Miami can't do it with Mario? NIL aside. That's my question.
Because I'll give you, okay, because Miami, and this is going to sound rhetorical, in hindsight is 2020, but Miami didn't address the needs properly as what they should have done to the previous year. They should have went further in the portal than what they did. They thought they could get away with addressing the front 7 in the portal his first couple of years and leave the back end. If you notice what Miami did this past year in recruiting class, what did they go after? All cornerbacks and safeties. Mario's kind of done, and I can't speak on Indiana because I don't follow them and I don't track the recruiting. I don't know their roster, but with Miami, since Mario's gone in, it's been kind of one position group at a time. It's been offensive line, then it's been something else, then it's been something else. They thought they could get away with what they had on the front 7. They thought it was going to be good enough the way they built it up and structured it this year, and it wasn't. And I'll go back to the same reason I think I've said before on this show. The reason why, for this particular defensive coordinator that we have, this guy runs his damn defense through the damn safeties. And they should have known to bring in, and I know this sounds like an excuse, but they should have known that to bring in some guys or use some. They relied too much. I think they thought too much of Jaden Harris after Jaden Harris had a good year his freshman year coming in. Mm-hmm. Jaden Harris dudded out big time. I mean, he just flamed out. And I think they got caught with their pants down on that. That's what I think. Right. Kurt Signetti, this was his first year, correct?
Yes, sir.
Look, that offensive coordinator that they have, I think that's Kyle Shanahan's son, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right or wrong? I think that's a Shanahan up there at Indiana. I mean, look, I watched him a few of those games. They didn't play a lot of teams, but that offense was surgical. Surgical. Yes. Look, I can't explain the Georgia Tech game or the Syracuse game. We blew it. We blew it. But what I'm and I feel y'all. I feel you. I feel what you're saying, LFJ. Why can't we do the same thing there? We just didn't build it right. They got caught with their pants down. And now we're in a situation where, at least what it looks like from the outside looking in, is they spent all this money last year. Now it looks like the purse strings have tightened. I don't know that for sure because I'm still trying to figure out what they're trying to do in the portal. And you never know with Mario, the way he plays this crap, slow plays everything. But as of right now, it just doesn't look like we've been aggressive at all as far as the money side of it. Not in bringing people in, but just, I mean, we're not competing. I mean, the word on the street was that John Mateer got offered $3 million. Well, guess what? The Mensa kid at Tulane just got offered $8 million. The Michigan kid got offered $10 million. We're going to offer $3 million. We're not in the market, fellas. We're not in the market.
But
I mean,
you would rather. Let me ask you a question. But hold on. Let me ask you a question, Rocky. Though, so you're saying that we going to overpay for a quarterback like John Mateer, that you're not going to get the same results that you're going to get in the Cam Ward when you can just basically have a quarterback that's already been in your system going into his third year in Emory Williams? You would rather pay for somebody like a John Mateer and give him all that money?
I'm just speaking on what the NIL market is based on the market value that's currently out there right now, which you compete in colleges, right? Which you compete in institutions.
Top
all right.
Position.
I'm actually glad they're being frugal, but what I'm hearing on the show is I'm hearing all this frustration about how we can get back to the U. Yeah, I mean, there's two competing things going on. You got a fan base that wants to cut Mario's head off and wants to hang him from the trees or the palm trees or whatever. Want him out of town.
Yeah, I just want him out.
They want him out of town. Okay, who you gonna bring in?
Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin.
You bring it. Okay, bring in Lane Kiffin. All right, Lane Kiffin's gonna do what? We're gonna be in the same situation. We're gonna be in the same boat. Lane Kiffin's gonna come clean up in South Florida. He's gonna come recruit his butt up.
Maybe we don't know that though.
I mean, can you compare potential Lane Kiffin recruiting with what Mario's doing when Mario's recruiting is really not showing you nothing? I mean, honestly, high school recruiting. What is Mario's high school recruiting showing you when 2 years later those recruiting classes are mostly gone?
Okay, but here's a counter argument to that. Take the SEC badge off of Lane Kiffin and put an ACC badge on him. Then what happens to Lane Kiffin?
I think he surpasses what he's done in the SEC. I mean, at the end of the day, Lane has won.
Think so?
I think so. Lane for the last couple of years has won 10 games in the SEC. And I mean, hell, he's done it at Ole Miss. He's done it with less. You can't fault him. And I mean, they just went to the top 2 this year. But previously, when Lane got the SEC West, you got to deal with Alabama, you got to deal with LSU, and then you got the cross division play. He had to deal with Georgia or Florida, or whoever. So for him to go 10-2 in the SEC in previous years with less, I absolutely think Lane would be a home run hire at Miami.
You think he has less at Ole Miss than what we have at Miami?
I think he do.
This year he did.
Okay.
Jackson Dart is no Cam Ward. Now, I know he got
he's not.
He got some preseason. You got some praise a little bit here and there, but he's no Cam Ward.
I got to get you out of here, Rock. I got a couple more calls to get in, Rock.
But Ole Miss had a defense that could tackle. That's another thing that I could get. Man, Go ahead, D. I know you got to get
Yeah.
It's all good. Get us out of here on something, Rock.
Look, I want the U to be back just as much as anybody. And I know this is hard, but man, I ain't even gonna say it. LFJ gonna jump down my throat.
No, I'm not. Say what you gotta say, man.
Look, I'm gonna say what I said to South Coast Kane on his show the other night when I went on the air. Nobody wants to hear this either. You're gonna have to be patient. All right. See y'all. Merry Christmas to all you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody.
All right, same to you, bro. All right.
It's you talk, baby.
Lines are open.
Yeah.
Lines are open. We got another call.
Why people hate Lane Kiffin like that?
I don't know why people don't like Lane Kiffin, man. It's you talk. Call the state your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, this is Brandon Brock from Texas.
Oh, that's our guy, man. That's Mr. Brock in the building, man.
Hey, I need to find out what part of Texas. What part of Texas you repping, Mr. Brock?
Dallas Fort Worth, man.
Dallas Fort Worth. I got a cousin up there in the DFW, up there off of 35.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've been, lifelong Canes fan, man, from at least the 80s anyway,
Mm-hmm.
But I think that I wanted to say First of all, what's up to you guys, man. Of course, like I said, I listen to the show. I'm always listening. But
thank you.
I wanted to say that I feel like people need to stop complaining about the NIL and the transfer portal from the simple point of that there's no parity in college football. If people want to keep saying Indiana and SMU didn't deserve to be in the playoffs, then at least pay them. At least pay them players, for the simple fact that injury in the ACC or the MAC or the WAC or the Conference USA or whatever, it's the same thing as in the SEC and the Big Ten. If a big 317-pound lineman finna, drop his body weight on a 200-pound quarterback, I don't care if it's in the SEC or in the MAC Conference USA or whatever, that's still 317 pounds falling on a 190-pound guy.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? You tap your ACL or whatever. So like, if their wins don't mean anything, if you want to say Miami wins don't mean anything, okay, well then at least pay me. Because what are we playing for then? If we go out here and we win, but you want to say our strength of schedule ain't good enough to get into the playoffs or whatever. I know that wasn't the case for Miami, but I'm just saying for all these fans that saying, oh, they didn't play nobody, they ain't play nobody, that strength of schedule weak, all that type of stuff there. Okay, well then at least pay the players. They going out there sacrificing themselves in the heat or, or potentially in the cold or whatever. You still sacrificing your body and your health. So at least give me some money. Pay me. Or at least give me an opportunity to go play in a more competitive conference with as far as like the transfer portal. So it's like, there's something got to give. And, don't just tell me we just go out here just playing for nothing. But we go out here and we win and it's just, oh, you did a good job, but, it ain't good enough, I guess. What does your wins mean then? Nothing. So pay me.
I got a question, Mr. Brock, man. Rocky just told us what he think the solution is on how we can fix the problem, man. I'm gonna ask you the same question, man. What the hell is the solution, Mr. Brock? How do we? I want Mario out of here. I said after year 3, especially, man, everything that he's been given, and we've underachieved. So I want to know, what is your thoughts and what do you think that we need to do in order to fix this, to be able to get over the hump with this coach, man, this head coach?
For me personally, I don't think the problem is like his play calling and stuff like that. I don't think that's the issue. I think Mario got one issue, and that is that he too damn soft. There's no intensity. There ain't no kind of aggression or nothing like that with our players. Like what we saw from Moton out there on the field, like there should be at least, 7 or 8 other guys out there on that field that play that way. Our offensive line, time they snap the ball, everybody just bunch up together. Ain't no holes being separated. You know what I'm saying? There's no kind of separation within the offensive line to open up holes like for the run game or, anything like that. And I think it comes down to, it ain't no aggression. It ain't no intensity. It's moving slow and it looks boring. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the intensity got to pick up. And if Mario ain't the type of dude that can coach with that intensity and then light a fire under them guys and make them get up off their ass and play, then you need to be gone. It's that plain and simple. I've seen enough from Mario. It ain't gonna change. Right. And as far as me personally, I'm done with it. I ain't watching no, I'm not finna listen to none of these guys talking about how we look out there in spring practice. I'm not finna get all hyped up about how they look in fall camp and all that old stuff there. Because it's gonna be what it is. If Mario is the head coach, what the fuck we think finna change?
Thank you. Right. And the defensive coordinator, the same defensive coordinator, bringing him back next year too.
Have they said that?
Well, he's still on the team. That's the way it's looking right now.
That's the way it's looking from what I have heard from some sources, and that's somewhat affiliated. The rumor mill is that there are no plans as of now to get rid of Lance Guidry.
Man, that's horrible. I mean, I was kind of thinking, we know Mario moves slow and all that, and he's not going to fire nobody. I guess he's going to tell him go find another job or, whatever. But I was kind of thinking, okay, maybe he just doing this, he don't want to whatever about the bowl game or something. And I was kind of thinking maybe after the bowl game, maybe going to, but It's showing up. If Gidget coming back, Dawson coming back, and Mario coming back, I'm not listening to no off-season shit. I'm just telling you the truth.
Fights, no.
Yeah, because you know how they gonna do, man. We off-season champs, like South Coast be saying, man. We off-season champs every year, man. One thing about us, now we repeat off-season champs, boy. Them other people, boy, they be getting hype off that damn spring game, boy. We going undefeated, man. Did you see this offense?
But see that's what we was talking about earlier, Mr. Bark. It's like you heard how great Emory practiced, how accurate he was, but yet as soon as the season was over, they was in the portal trying to find a goddamn quarterback. They wanted to go get material from Washington. If he's that good, the way they talk, why don't you go ahead and just anoint him and just, at least let him compete? Those guys that you recruited, Judd Anderson, Luke Nickel coming in, and Emory Williams. Let them compete. Why are we going looking for a quarterback?
Because it repeats what happened last year. Because what happened last year was Mario was already exposed for being the fraud of a coach that he was, and he had to go get a Cam Ward and everything to mask it. Now, Cam Ward is out of here, so guess what? He's going to have to show his hands, and he's going to have to show what cards he's playing, because at the end of the day, Mario got a schedule next year. And this was a Band-Aid to cover for that.
Oh, definitely. But it's just crazy, man. Like, he's gonna definitely have to coach this year. He's gonna have to develop. We're gonna see what Emory's been in this system. This third year? This is Emory's third year going
coming up.
Bruh. Yep. Like, we gonna see. We're about to see.
Yep. You got to, you know what I'm saying? There was somebody who was saying that like Chris Johnson, wasn't contributing or whatever. So like, losing him ain't a big deal. But
that's what they do.
Dude, that's a fumbled move by the coaching staff, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if the dude is one of the fastest dudes in college football, you gotta damn find a way to use him.
Mr. Brock, we just said the same thing about Brashard Smith. You watched Brashard Smith leave Miami to go to SMU to be a finalist for the Doak Walker Award. But we couldn't do nothing with him when he was with Miami. We couldn't find a way to get him on the damn field. And then they talking about they wanted to go and get Concepcion from North Carolina State. Why? When you had Brashard Smith times 20 on steroids right here when you couldn't do nothing with him. What are we doing?
If you get Concepcion, guess what? That's probably gonna start pissing off Jordan Lyle. I mean, hell, you could have had AJ Allen come back, but you didn't want to use him. So you misusing these guys, man. I don't know, man. I don't get it.
It's crazy, man. Yep. But man, it's, I've seen enough, and I guess, man, we might have to, deal with it for at least one more year. I don't know what the new president, how he is or whatever, but I do know, I guess he was saying, he was ready to contribute all into the football program. So we'll see what he come up with, man. If he riding with Mario, if he said he done had enough too.
Right. You got big plans for Christmas, Mr. Brock?
Nah, man, not actually, man. It's been a rough year this year, man. So really like the second half of this year. It's been tough, man. So, I'll be just really at home, just loving on the kids and the wife, man. Be about it.
There you go. Watching the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Hey, but look on the bright side. Look on the bright side. Y'all had, and I'm down here in Louisiana, and I was watching it on YouTube. That North Crowley state championship game they had up there. And what did they play? Duncanville, I believe, didn't they? Was it Duncanville they played?
I didn't see. I didn't keep my ear to it.
Yeah. That was like two nationally ranked high school programs, I believe, that played each other. That was some bro, Texas football. Listen, I know I'm about to get in trouble for what I'm about to say with all of our Florida people. Sorry, D. I know Florida football is high and mighty, but boy, y'all don't know nothing about that Texas football. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't give a damn. I still don't think it's better than Florida. I don't give a damn. I gotta sit up on that, man. I know Texas is good. But the heat comes from Florida.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Sakata say sniff. I smell payback. Go Gators. Sakata, I ain't saying that, Sakata. Hey, I ain't saying nothing. I'm going to wait.
They say the Gators going to get us
Merry
next
Christmas
year.
to y'all, man. And I'm enjoying the show, man.
Hey, man, we appreciate you, Mr. Brock, man. Happy
you,
New Year's. Merry Christmas to you,
sir.
man. And you stay safe, man. Love to the family, brother.
Yes, sir. Y'all
I'm looking at coming up there to SMU, man. If I come up there next year for SMU, man, we're going to have to link up.
Yes, sir, for sure, man. That'd be good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Mr. Brock, man. You have a good one now. Take care.
All right, man. Y'all too.
All right, brother. Mr. Brock, y'all.
It's you talk, baby.
Yeah, man. QB, I see you, QB, man. QB say fan base already done anointed Luke over Emory. And see, that's what I'm talking about. As good as Luke Nickel is playing here in Georgia, man, but he's a freshman and he's doing it on the high school level, man. It's like, if you really think, and I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying that let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's let him compete and see. But, you know, that's a jump coming from high school to college, man. Like I said, he just coming off a bike-to-bike, state championships. But it's levels to this, bro. Hey, we got B Mike in the house, man. Shout out to B Mike, man. What's good?
It's about to get good now. Let me sit back.
What's going on? How everybody doing, man?
What's up, man?
To everybody.
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes,
Everybody
sir.
have a blessed Christmas, man. I'm doing good. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to my baby boy, man. His birthday today. He just turned the big 16. A future Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Yeah. I tell him he's gonna be in the NFL one day, so I want to keep his mind now. I call him a future Hall of Famer. Just got to keep putting that work in. Like I told him, everybody want to be famous, but don't nobody want to put the work in. So you got to keep on working there, the baby boy. But he gonna be all right. He gonna be all right.
Right, sir.
Man, look here. I've been listening to the show, trying to get my time in with you guys, man, because I got to go to work tomorrow. But man, I agree with you, D. But remember what I told y'all at the beginning of the year. I said, if we do not win the championship with all this money we just spent, it's a bust. Remember I told y'all that? When they went to go got Cam. I said, okay, you got your quarterback. You got all your defensive linemen. You got all this. Okay, we got to win the championship now. And I'm like Mr. Brock. I don't want to hear nothing about no off season. I'm past that. I'm been dealing with that shit. I don't want to hear no hype videos. Don't show me no videos of nobody running no plays. Don't show me no catches. Man, it's either shit or get off the pot now, Mario. Now I will agree with OG. Give him one more year. I'm gonna give you one more year because you did go 10-2, but it's a ratchet 10-2. It's okay, but it's ratchet. Now it's time to shit to get off the pot. Because now I feel like Mario is one of these coaches that's gonna you're gonna hold the university hostage now. Because you played here and you let everybody, fill you up with that, hey man, you need to come back to the university. The university is not gonna be the same unless Mario come in and he put his stamp on the university and he make Miami great again. I keep telling everybody, and I don't know why nobody don't listen. Miami will never be great again until Mario becomes a CEO, not a head coach. It's a difference. That's why you have to hire well above average, well high average DCs and OCs. You're not winning a championship with a Division II DC. I'm sorry. If you don't get rid of him, Miami will be mediocre on defense again next year. Facts. Now, the thing with Lance Guidry, you're going to find out, because remember I told y'all the first of the year, he was coaching for his job. But do he really want to be here? Because his body language tells me he really don't want to be at Miami. That's just me. I know you had Cam, but I think Cam took his offense to another level, being the type of quarterback he was, to be able to go out there and command the field like he did. But when Cam leave, and I ain't taking nothing from Emory, I feel like you ought to give him a shot. Give him a chance. Let him do what he can do. I mean, hell, let's just keep it a buck. You gave TBD 2 years, and he ain't do shit.
There you go.
And you paid him $1 million to stay here. You paid him $1 million.
Yeah.
So everybody keep talking about Emory ain't the guy. Well, we're gonna find out. Give him his chance. He earned it.
Yeah, he did.
So give him his chance, because we paid TVD $1 million to not go to Bama when let's keep that shit above. He was never going to Bama. He just used that to get more money. And you kept him for 2 years and he didn't do shit because he didn't know how to read but one progression, one receiver and come off of it. So now let's get a ball to Embry. He deserved it, you know. I agree with Rocky. The NIL in my book is really effing this college up. It's messing it up bad. Because you're starting to see now, it's not about these kids playing, it's about a bag now. And it's to the point now to where, hey, I'm going to come in, but if I don't play, I'm gone. That's like Auburn. I don't know if y'all heard about what Auburn doing. Well, Auburn is signing these guys, but they're signing them all the way up to April. After the spring game, if they don't like it, they can jet. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. They signing them guys, but they sign a contract to the spring game. And if they don't do what they got to do, they jump back in the portal. So you think about all these players that Auburn is getting right now. That's because they signing mediocre. They signing mediocre contracts. All these quarterbacks you got, all these wide receivers, and all these players you're getting. Okay, we'll give y'all a contract to April, and if it don't work out, you can jump back in the portal. So if you you know, like Rocky said, some things got to change with Mario first and foremost. The stuff you used to do that got you these recruits, he's right. That shit ain't working now. It's not working. And now that these players know that you got a mediocre ass DC, come on, bro. You really think we gonna get somebody out of this portal that want to come play defense for Miami after they seen what this defense look like? And you got defensive ends dropping in the coverage, and you got players talking about that. Why are you dropping D ends in coverage and you got this person doing it? It's just, in my book, it's a mess. It's crazy. And if you don't get rid of Gitry, I'm with everybody else, it's going to be a shit show again next year. And I'm not going to even waste my time. That's just like with this Pop-Tarts Bowl, man. I might watch 1 or 2 series, but, man, I'm not going to blow my Saturday watching that bullshit, bro. I'll be spending time with my family. You know, the hell with that. If you win another game, that's good. And no, I'm not dogging Miami. I love Miami, but I'm not a fool either. And like I told y'all guys in the beginning when I first started coming on you talk. Man, I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid. That shit is dead. You drink that Kool-Aid, your ass is out of here. That shit is dead, bro. All the Mario hype, all the Miami, when Miami going to get back, Miami is not going to get back to being Miami until Miami gets out of Miami's way. And that's just period. That's just it. You got to get out of your own way. You got to be able to adapt. Mario don't want to adapt. Mario want to be stubborn. Mario want everything the way Mario wants it to be. Mario wants to hire these below average ass coaches. Mario wants to hire all these underachieving ass position coaches. Man, it's so much. It is so much, man. And it's just on the defensive side of the ball. It is so much. Because, I mean, we could talk about Lance Gitry, and I'm really not going to go down this road. But, man, if you're going to talk about Lance Gitry, dude, you might as well talk about that whole defensive staff. I mean, let's be honest. The linebackers were crap. The defensive ends couldn't get no pressure. Your cornerbacks was bullcorn. And hell, let's even go to the strength and conditioning. You need to look into getting a new coach, getting a new strength and conditioning staff. That's all that. It's so much. And I know we all gonna blame it on Gitry because he's the head and Mario. Then you got Mario, but dude, you need to really revamp that whole damn defense. And that's what's so bad about it. And how do you fix it? The only way you fix it is get rid of it. And don't hire no more Division 3 DCs, those Division 3 DCs. You can't do that, man. For years, for the last few years, and I'm gonna get out. I know you want to get some more calls. Let's just keep it a book, man. Miami has been the only university that's a blue blood program. We are the only university that's been experimenting with our coaches. Whether it's the head coach, whether it's the DC, whether it's the OC, shit, even the special. I don't even know who the fuck is the special team coach.
I don't know, but
I don't even know who he is.
I think it's Mirabal cousin. You know, he love hiring all their homeboys.
Yeah,
Salavea first cousin or somebody.
Yeah, Big Joe.
Yeah, Big Joe first cousin. Yeah.
So when you really think about it. All these years, man, you just been blowing money. And every year we've been hearing the same shit. Miami's gonna be different. Where we getting this recruit? We getting this. We getting that. I don't want to hear none of that shit no more. Mario, you on the clock?
And Armando said it. And Armando went there. And see, this is why I love our show, because it's real people on the damn show. Armando went there and said it. No more Cuban coaches, and I'm a damn Cuban. And this is why it's Utah. This is why it's Utah.
Yes.
Because we gonna tell it like it is, whether it's black, white, Cuban, or whatever the case may be. This is why it's Utah.
It's Utah, baby.
Hey,
Armando went there and said it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you this, and I had an Alabama friend tell me this, one of my partners. He said, "Man, let me ask you a question." He said, "What did Mario do when he was at Alabama?" I said, "Shit, I don't know. I think he was the offensive line coach." He said, "Nope, no, he wasn't." He asked me again. He said, "What did Mario do when he was there?" I said, "Man, I don't fucking know. I don't even like Alabama." He said, "No, you gotta pay attention to what I'm telling you, man." He said, "Mario wasn't nothing but a glorified recruiting coordinator." I said, "What?" He said he was a glorified recruiting coordinator. He said Mario didn't have no impact on that fucking field. I said, "What do you mean?" He said all Mario did went out and recruited. Mario didn't coach up under Nick Saban, but they'll have everybody believe he did. Go look it up. Mario was a glorified recruiting coordinator. Alabama had their offensive line coach. Mario was the assistant to Nick Saban. He was never a fucking coach. And that's what we get fucked up. We think Mario was coaching. He was not. He was a glorified recruiting coordinator. He was the head recruiter at Alabama. And see, that's the thing we don't get. He left Bama to go to Oregon to be with Willie Taggart to become the offensive line coach. See, I didn't know that. But when my partner broke it down to me, he said, "Look it up." And when you think about it, yeah, you're right. He just recruited. He didn't coach. So everybody be like, how is Mario up in there? He didn't learn. He didn't learn shit because he was not put in a place to learn shit. You was just there to help Nick out as an assistant. But you was not coaching. I don't want you to come here and coach. Because remember now, Nick Saban snatched Mario from Miami when Al Golden was there. And that was like right before the season started doing recruiting when he came and got one when Mario left and went to Alabama. They already had their staff in place. But we get it confused. And I know it don't mean shit, but I just want people to just get it together. Stop thinking that this man got some of this same coaching or same, because he don't. Because I'm telling you, you can look at the coaches that was up under Nick Saban that really coached up in him, and you can see a difference. Shit, look at Kirby Smart. Look at Lane Kiffin. Look at your boy at Texas. There's a fucking difference. Mario just knows how to recruit. His coaching sucks.
Yeah.
And that shit is not going to change until this man knows how to be accountable. Like I told y'all, and this is going to be the last thing I say, like I told you, there is I in the word team. You have to look in the goddamn mirror, and you have to be accountable for yourself. What can I do to make this team better? I have to change. I have to be accountable. That motherfucker is not accountable. Mario is a glorified hype machine for Miami, and he's going to continue to do that. He's going to continue to get his fucking chicks, and he's going to continue to piss us the fuck off. That's why I'm not drinking your fucking Kool-Aid, and I'm not coming to your parties. You got that P. Diddy vibe.
It's you talk, baby.
I'm not coming to your fucking parties with that P. Diddy shit you got going on until you get some real fucking coaches. I'm going to know when you get some real coaches because y'all, the fans going to know when we got some real coaches because you know why? They're going to bump heads with his ass. And Mario don't want that. Mario want to be in control of everything. Mario, until you get some real coaches, you ain't shit. Point blank. You ain't shit. Miami ain't going to never be shit because we got to get some fucking coaches on that damn staff. And that's it in a nutshell. Merry Christmas. Y'all have a good night. I hope y'all gonna do another show before or after this game. We need to do another show. I know everybody got their stuff going on New Year's, but
it'll be
like I say,
it'll be after, yeah.
My Christmas gift to the Utah and to the Miami fans, tell Mario to get some real fucking coaches. And until we talk again, I holla.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
It's you talk, baby.
Merry Christmas to B-Mac, man. 478. I see you, 478. I ain't taking none other caller until you. That's going to be the last caller of the night. I ain't answering until 478 because he's been trying to get through while everybody been calling, man. He's been calling at the time when we've had callers. So 478, hold the line for you. If you're still trying to call, I'm waiting on you. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to call. But great call, man. Great call, man. I got one more day to put in before I get out of here. And yes, we are gonna do a show after the game, just kind of going back and forth on when we're going to do it. So we will let you guys know. Like I say, always check social media sites, man. Whether that's Facebook, everything You Talk Sports Show, whether that's TikTok or whether that's Instagram, or we'll do a short on the station, man. On YouTube on the page. So we'll let you guys know exactly what day we're gonna do the recap of the Pop-Tart Bowl.
That shit don't even
sound. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Listen, man. But while we I gotta take this call because I don't know. I think he was you already know. I don't know what's taking so long to get in, man, Larry Frank, but we got the man himself, Mr. Magic in the building. I think he was watching the reruns of the soap operas because he's late tonight. So y'all got to excuse my guy, but he here.
Oh man,
so
give Mr. Magic a break. He was watching Gillespie on In the Heat of the Night. Get that man a break.
You know I'm at the pub, bro. I'm you, dog. Fucking move, motherfucker.
What's up, dog?
What's up, Mr. Magic?
Listen, man. I'm sitting up here watching this ragged ass Heat game and forgot, dog. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. What's happening, fellas?
Man, it ain't nothing, man. What's good with you, man? Where the hell you been at? Where the hell you been?
You got your Pop-Tarts ready, man?
Listen, bro. I don't even fuck with Pop-Tarts. Listen, I ain't them shit since what? 73?
You know I'm at the pump, right?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Goddamn it. I got my hat. So you know I got that pump right. Don't fuck with me right now. So, bro, listen, man. I don't know what the fuck we gonna do. We got a game on Saturday. All I'm gonna say is welcome to the motherfucking new college football. With this, you gonna win some, you gonna lose some. So we lost a receiver, we lost a running back, we lost a tight end. Shit. So what? You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck going on, bruh. But all of a sudden, you know, the moon came out and they talking about they going with Emory. I don't know, bruh. And you look at what we got. We got Notre Dame first. We got Florida, I think, the third game. Bro, we got a tough-ass schedule.
Mm-hmm.
We got a tough-ass schedule. People can say what the fuck they want, but bro, we need a quarterback. We need some people that's going to, make this defense something. I don't know, bro. I'm looking at what, 12 games, 4-8. That's what I'm looking at for next year, dog. Because they're going to have to show me something. For real. And if Mario don't fucking produce this year, I think they're going to get his ass out of there. That's just being real. I mean, it's one thing to recruit, but when you can't develop and you always got to go in the portal for 15, 17 players, that shit don't make no sense. So, hey, we'll see what happened in the Pop-Tart Bowl. We'll see what Emery do if he get a chance to play.
Right.
But bruh, losing Horton, losing tight end, that was hard, bro. Because we just knew them boys was going to be the ones producing this next year.
And we knew Horton was leaving a week before he even announced. We knew he was gone.
Here's the shit, though. Right? You gonna see what the fuck going on? Motherfuckers got to show us what they know. And for right now, they haven't showed us nothing about developing. You ain't paying your players that you develop. You let Horton go to Alabama. That shit don't make no motherfucking sense to me. You gonna go get a bitch out of the fucking portal that ain't been with you 3 years, know your shit, and then you got young quarterbacks. You got a 26 quarterback coming next year, wanting to start. These motherfuckers here that we got ain't nowhere near the caliber of quarterback he is. So I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck going on. We really got to get some coaches in this motherfucker that know how to coach and know how to develop. And Mario, listen, bro, his in-game coaching ain't shit.
At all.
Ain't shit. Because he done proved to us he panics in the moments that we need. We had a game to win. We was up 21 points and lost it. Somebody talk to me. Tell me what the fuck going on, because this shit looking crazy, bro. What y'all think about that?
Well, I'm just gonna bring up what Big Kane 33 asked us. He said, what would we do to fix it? And we've been consistent. I know I've been consistent. I'm not a fan of the portal. I think that you should stop recruiting over your own players that you recruit out of high school and develop them. Mm-hmm. And I think that you have to get rid of Lance Guidry. I think you have to change him at defensive coordinator. You cannot come back with this man this year, man. You can't. Well, next year you can't do it. So that's where I would start at, Big Kane. That's just me.
I feel you, bro. Why the fuck he ain't gone yet?
Be asking the same.
After the last game he fucking lost to Syracuse, he should be fucking out of here.
He's not going nowhere.
My point exactly. So Mario gonna shoot himself in the foot, because if you look at how Warren Sapp coached at Colorado and all these other legends that want to come back and coach, who actually did the work to win the championships, and not someone as a head coach. Yeah. He want everything to be done for his damn self. He want all the glory.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I want y'all to understand, a lot of people ain't going to say this, but I'm going to say this, and I'm not racist at all. The Cubans ain't make the universal line. We did. And when they realized that, they realized some boys know how to coach. And Mario need help. And he need them boys to come along and help him with recruiting, make it easier for him, because you got stars who did it. And not only that, they learning from legends who can coach this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I'm motherfucking out.
You want that thing before you leave? You want that thing before you leave?
Give him the Christmas
Get
edition.
it, dog. You know I'm at the pump, right? Stop doing right. That's my shit. It's gonna always be my shit. And y'all don't hate. And in the words of motherfucker, let me say this to all the brothers, man, and the families out there that's going through some things, man. I'm praying for you. I love you. I wish all well on everybody. You know what I'm saying? I just had my daughter come out of the hospital. It was a good surgery. She good. My brother had surgery. Y'all know, came to the bash. He good.
Okay.
I just want to know, bro. Let y'all know I pray for y'all. I love y'all. And I motherfucking holla.
Yes, indeed.
Mr. Magic, y'all.
Mr. Magic.
Mr. Magic in the building.
It's you talk, baby.
Yes, sir. If Sal did turn down the job, he was smart at doing it, Big Kane, because ain't nobody finna sit here, man, and let somebody like Mario, man, micromanager, man. Like, you know, I don't think he wants Sap anyways here, man. That's too big of a personality, a voice. He don't want anybody that's gonna override him, Big Kane. That's just my opinion. That's just what I think.
Mario being an offensive lineman going against Sap. You think Mario want that smoke from Sap? Mario don't want that smoke from Sap. He don't want it. He don't want it. That's why it goes back to what, was said a couple of times before. I mean, Mario cannot handle. You look at the guys that are on staff and just look at their demeanor. Just now we're not there. We're not, in the building, but I go off of what I see on television. Have you ever paid attention to how the demeanor of some of these sideline coaches are? Just look at them like, okay.
Hold the line, caller. Hold the line.
Mirrorball. That's his right-hand man.
Right?
Oh, yeah, yes, sir. Hold the line real quick. Hold the line.
Real quick. I'm going to pass it. Mirrorball, that's his right-hand man. He ain't going against the grain. Shannon Dawson. Mario could tell him what he want. He ain't going against the grain. Lance Guidry. Giggling and laughing every time you look at him. He ain't going against the grain. Even Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor you'll see him go against those players, but are you really going to see Jason Taylor go against Mario? He ain't going to do that. Go ahead, caller. What's happening?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? When I first started listening to the show, I was upset and mad, but now I'm sad because every caller has took everything I was going to say and they told the truth. Number one, instead of picking Mario from Oregon, we should have picked Dan Lanning. Number two, if I'm a top defensive stud in South Florida, you think I want to come play for this sorry defensive coordinator? Like you said, we got defensive ends and pass cover. You trying to make the defense too complicated. Line up in a 4-3, cover 2 shell, and say, get after the ball. What is so hard about that? then I want to go against Uncle Luke, but Uncle Luke got a point. We just played 4 receivers all year. You can't tell me JoJo Trader could have got on that field. Now Carr couldn't have got on that field. So now I got to listen like the guys were saying. I got to listen to the highlight package in the off season or going to the spring game. Oh, these guys making all the catches. They could have been making catches now. Why are we just rotating 4 people in every one of these games? That's why Jeremiah Smith had the right mind to say, you think, well, I'm going to come down there and play with y'all when y'all going to hold me on this bench? Because JoJo Trader should have been on this field. And you going to hold me on this bench when I know I can go up here at Ohio State with a trash Will Smith, whoever at quarterback. As long as they can get me this ball, I know we'll be here in 3 years to be gone to the league. We got Emory at quarterback. In 3 years, Mario been there. Cam had to save him this year. If Emory wouldn't have broke his arm, he could have beat Florida State. But it's the 3rd year. You telling me y'all been seeing this man practice for 3 years and you still saying, well, we need to go get another quarterback. You mean to tell me on this defense, top two classes we had, ain't no defensive backs that can cover except that one freshman right there? We ain't got nobody else on this class that can cover a pad. At linebacker, we got some good linebackers, but they're on the bench. You won't let these guys play. We did not have enough freshmen on this field. We got the Francil brother at linebacker. Every third down, them people, each team we play say, you know he can't cover the wheel route. Let's just keep running the wheel right till we run him off the field. You mean to tell me we didn't have no other boys on the sideline that could have came in on third down and say, you cover that back at the backfield, you're faster. But no, I can't stand the defensive coordinator. He should have been fired after I saw that Georgia Tech game and Barrow couldn't line up and say, well, the speed sweep coming your way. You can't hold outside containment. And we kept him on the field. Yeah, we paid it. He all ACC, but he might well be in a Jackson State for all I care. Ain't the two conferences, the SEC and the Big Ten. We don't need to go to neither one. That we need to go after the Pac-12, Big 12, or Division 2 with these coordinators that we got. Without Cam next year, if Emory, they're already letting it leak online. Emory ain't got no strong arm throwing the pass it down the field. If you knew that, you might well say it's open competition. If the kid come out of Milton and get Luke and come in here and play, I've seen this other little dude we got last year out of Warner Robin because he's from my hometown. There's no way he should be at Miami right now. 6'4", 6'6". He ain't no Division I quarterback. He's just a filler. He's just a scout team filler. He can't play. But this boy out of Milton and Emory, they should shoot it out in the spring. And if Emory can't beat him, Mario got one more year. And he going to fire the coordinator to save himself. And then the following year, we're going to get him out of there.
Yeah. And what's your name again, brother?
I'm Jimmy. I'm the biggest hurricane in Warner Robins, Georgia. And it's just sad to say, as happy as I was when we hired Mario, I just said he's a Kane from 2000. Now I'm saying I can drink this Jim Jones Kool-Aid too because
me too.
There's no way.
I was the same way.
There's no way if I'm a top player in South Georgia, a top player in Florida, would that be when I was at Mario? I'm still waiting on the news on ESPN to say breaking news that you fired defense coordinator. What's the hold up? Well, it wasn't really his fault. We had some injuries and we knew coming to the year this defense, if you had a top 15 defense, we would have won both of them games. This defense is horrible. It is trash. I didn't see when Bain got hurt early on, he just had an average year. But the defense coordinator didn't put these guys in position to succeed. If you know you got you said all spring coming into the year, well, our secondary going to be our weakness. Okay, why would you leave them guys out there on the island? Why would you say, both of my safeties, we just going to have to stop the run and we ain't going to give up the big play? I be God doing. You got these boys out here playing on the island, and the island was sunk as soon as a man flew by them. I just don't understand what NIL got a lot to do with it. But like y'all said earlier, Indiana went to the playoffs. There's no way we shouldn't have won the ACC or made it to the ACC. Florida State hired that mercenary crew last year. The quarterback got hurt. I hate Florida State, so I'm glad they got left out. But they won the ACC. They put all the chips on the table like we did this year. They won the ACC, and we didn't. We gave Mario Cam. He has so much talent on this roster. he just got the wrong coordinator on defense. I'm kind of looking at like, well, you don't want to fire him, and you want to take all the heat. Well, you gonna take all the heat. You deserve to take all the heat because if you the head coach like Nick Saban, them boys under Nick Saban, if they group didn't produce, he got them out of there. But Mario is clinging to this. His only strength is recruiting, which fell to the wayside this year. He told us we'll always have a top 10 recruiting class. You slipped on that this year. You know why? All the defensive talent you tried to get saying, you think I'm going to sign up to go play to a pop-top bowl? No, I'm not doing that. I'd rather be over here with Ohio State with Jeremiah. He going. Kirby Smart. I don't care what the NIL is, Kirby Smart is. He got these scrubs back there at quarterback, because that's where they are. Scrubs, but I'm strong on defense. I got a strong special team. I got a strong running attack. I got a good offensive line. I'm going to be a contender for the playoffs every year. I don't need no 5-star quarterback. I can just put every dude back there to hand off, put some great tight ends out there, a great receiver, and we can roll. We had the #1 offense in college, and we wasted it because we had a defense that should have been down there playing red league versus playing. We can't stop the speed. I'm sitting there, I'm a fan. I'm looking like, okay, they run the speed sweep, wishbone type offense. That should be a 5-man front. The quarterback can't do nothing but run, stop the run, we'll win the game. We got defensive ends can't hold contain because they out of position. And then we didn't make no corrections. So, again, I will not be drinking this Jim Jones Kool-Aid. I'm like the rest of them. I'm finna just like, okay, y'all, if we win the Pop-Top Bowl, okay, let's let them win. You ain't in the playoffs. So, I don't know what other little pieces of the portal we gonna get, but the people we happy. I'm supposed to be jumping for joy that I got a dude from Jackson State.
Yeah, but if you listen to them, they act like that's. And then here it is. You go from they bragged on Meach Powell coming from Washington last year on a contender team. Now you go from a safety, and he couldn't come. So why are you excited, like you say, with another safety coming from Jacksonville State, and like Larry was talking about the defensive tackle? Where's he coming from, Larry Frank? Louisiana Tech. When you had Simeon Barrow that was coming from Michigan State. You had Barrow that came from Tennessee. You had all of these other, and they still couldn't get the job done. What are you excited about? What are you excited about?
It's the reason why they can't get the job done, because I can't put it all on the player, but it's coaching. If you look at the coaching on that defensive side of the ball, we didn't have no improvement at linebacker. Malgoa, he looked at loss for being in this system.
The Saint did too.
The defensive front. When we had Coach Mark Rick, we had Jared Williams, we had a penetrating defensive tackle. We ain't had that since he left. Ain't nobody back here penetrating on the defensive line. These boys are really built 265, 280. They are pass rushers that we got at defensive tackle. They're not run stoppers. We can't even stop them. I go there to hang my hat on a Miami defense and say, we're going to stop the run. You might be able to beat us in the pass, but you ain't going to be able to run the ball. Shoot. Georgia Tech said, we're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball. And we're going to run the ball. We know you can't stop it. We go to the orange zone. We let an orange beat us. I just don't understand Mario thinking right now. And if I'm the boosters and the big money people, Mario, we gave you all that money to get Cam in. We spent a lot of money last year. No ACC title, no playoffs. Okay, you looking for a quarterback now for Emory. Why? Emory been in the system for 3 years. He should be I'm so frustrated that every night I got to read online,
we could be trying to get this quarterback. If I'm Emory, I'm going to get in the transfer portal.
Yes.
Because you telling me I'm trash.
Yes.
You telling me right now I'm trash. You don't have no confidence in me. I'm gone.
Yep. The same thing they did to Ja'Cory Brown last year. The same thing.
Yep.
Same exact
thing. Well, I just want to vent that a little bit right there. Get a next caller a chance. Yeah, this is the best show that I've been listening to. I caught on to y'all late, but I'm finna dial y'all in because this has been a stress reliever, and y'all have some great conversations. I hope y'all guys have a great Christmas.
Oh, same to you, brother. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Merry Christmas, y'all. Good night.
All righty. Good night, brother.
No problem.
All righty.
Good night.
It's Utah, baby.
Oh, man.
Great call.
He brought it.
And y'all, it has been 2 hours and 20 minutes. Larry Frank Jr., and I still ain't ate, and I got one more day of work before I go on vacation, man. Can you get us out of here, man? And I want you to promote the show, man, that's coming up January. And prayers to our sister, Shy Blue, too, man. Speedy recovery, girl. I'll see you on Wednesday when I get back home to Florida, man, to come by and holler at you, man. But, yeah, do your thing, Larry Frank.
Yeah, man. Been a great year. Been a great year, man. Just giving thanks and praise, man, to the man up above for allowing me to be a part of this. And, thanks and praise for my brother over there, for, just having this platform. And thanks and praise for all of y'all, man, whether you rock with us or agree with us or disagree with us, man, y'all make it what it is, man. Y'all make it fun to come on these YouTube lines and YouTube waves and do what we do. So, first and foremost, man, I just want to wish everybody a happy holiday season, a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy your time with your family. And just enjoy the moment, because you never know how much time we all got left. We're all on the clock, but just enjoy that time.
Thanks.
Secondly, yes, we have in a little over a month, we'll be debuting the new show, the new topic talk show, Real Talk, which we will talk about everything. We're going to talk, everything. Nothing is off limits. And as I said before, submit your show topics. Myself and Shy, we came up with a couple of topics, but hey, it's still the People's Show. It's just another division of the People's Show. So submit your show topics to utalksportshow@gmail.com. And for future shows, and hey, man, we're going to do it January 27th. We want to see everybody in the building. Everybody, like I say, bring your wives, your girlfriends, your side pieces, and bring all of them if you got, well, I ain't gonna say bring them all at the same time. That might cause some problems, but, bring your significant others. I'm gonna leave it at that. Bring your significant others, man. We're gonna have some fun, man. We're gonna talk about some real stuff, man. Everything you can imagine under the sun. So that's all I got, man. We got this Pop-Tart. Oh, God, I hate saying it. Oh, look, we got the bowl game. I ain't gonna even call it what it is. I ain't gonna even say what it is. It's the bowl game. But we'll let you know when we'll be back to put a bow on it, and we'll talk about the outcome whenever that will be.
Yeah, hey, put Armando, shout out to Armando, man. Put the show link, tell them the name of the show that's gonna be airing on January the 27th in the link for me, bro. Appreciate it, Big Kane, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Yeah, we definitely, man, we're gonna check it out, man. You guys, like I say, I will let you guys know. Just follow everything You Talk Sports Show on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Like I say, we appreciate everybody. We want you guys to have a safe Merry Christmas. And the recap show will probably be, I'm going to be out of town. I'll be coming back, I think, on either Sunday or Monday. It may not be on Monday, you guys. So we may do it like on Tuesday or Wednesday. But like I say, I'll let you guys know, because I gotta check to see exactly when I'll be back. Check with my wife. Thank everybody, man. Thank you for your support. Thank you guys for always showing up, man. Great callers, man. Thanks to the chat. We appreciate you guys. We love you. Like Larry Frank said, the new show is going to be January the 27th, man. We're going to be shooting a video for that, man, and doing a new show video for the U-Talk as well, man. So I'm going to be reaching out to some of you guys because just like I did in the first video, man, and like I always stress when I started doing this is the people's show. So I want to get, people that's been there from day one, even some people that just joined the station as well. I want to get you guys to do some snippets so I can put you in the intro video, man, on some of these new videos we're about to shoot. So I get with you guys. Send your names and your emails, please, to this email that's on the screen, utalksportshow@gmail.com, because I'm going to be reaching out to some of you guys. And like I said, I want to get you guys in the promo videos because we love you guys. We just want to say thank you for all of your support, and we appreciate y'all. So stay safe. Everybody enjoy their Christmas, and y'all know how we start every show, and y'all know how we end every show. It ain't no us. Without you, baby.
Without you, baby.
And we out, man. We love you guys, man. Please stay safe. And like I say, we will keep you informed on the next show. Just think about next week sometime, maybe on Monday and Tuesday. Follow everything. U-Talk Sports Show, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Y'all already know what it is over here. It never changes. It's U-Talk. Take care. We love you.
It's U-Talk, baby. It's U-Talk, baby. It's U-Talk, baby.